Welcome! My name is Akira, and this is my Let's Try series of Expedition Vikings, where I'm again joined by the amazing Gamingarchaeo.
Oh, you flatter me so.
And after fiddling about for a while, trying a few different autosaves, we finally got to the end of this scene. So, again, let me stress, this is a beta version, if not even like a sort of alpha early beta version of this game, so I can probably still figure out some of these things, but let's get on with this. Gunnar fights with the strength of 3 men, but eventually he falls after 2 hits, I remember. As all men do. While you pause to catch your breath, the giant pulls himself up onto his knees. His voice booms despite his injuries.
I woke him up with pressure. I'm sorry. Well, that was rousing. It has been a very, very long time since I met anyone who could match me in battle. I did not expect to find such strong warriors here in this tiny village. I thought you unprotected. I see that I was wrong. Oh, I know when I'm beaten. I surrender. We shouldn't kill him, at least not yet. We might be able to get something useful out of him when the dust has settled.
Find a safe place and lock him up, and don't leave him unattended. Ketil fetches a few more of your clansmen, and they tie Gunnar up with enough nuts to pacify a frenzied bull. The huge man makes no effort to resist as they take him away.
He likes it.
Ooh, and we're loved now.
They consider us loved. They're like, he might be loved, yeah.
Let's take this stuff. I like picking this stuff.
It's actually a really interesting mechanic. Like, looting of bodies, right? It's kind of like a mainstay of RPG kind of games. But in like a particularly Viking context, it's really interesting. Because a lot of the time when they would loot shit in the kind of conventional way, a lot of it would be subsequently sacrificed into bogs around the place. And not actually kept as like war booty as we tend to think of it. Although I'm sure that, I'm sure there's a lot of other examples you could pull to the contrary, but definitely the largest hordes are from.
But I would imagine that you wouldn't sacrifice stuff unless you had plenty, right? Although obviously you would always sacrifice something to the gods to appease them.
And it's also like a humiliation thing, right? Where it's like you have your own weapons, so you don't need like some other dudes. And it's just like if you physically break the weapons and throw them away, it's like, ha, suckers.
Yeah, I guess.
But I'm sure this doesn't stand for like conventional resources that could actually be used as a commodity, like food or whatever. You might want to actually, use those. But as you say,
let's talk to Athleta. Rurik cracks the door open, holding a knife behind his back. Seeing your face, he steps away from the door to let you in.
You're alive! And you're in one piece. Oh, thank the spirits.
Are you both unscathed?
We're fine. 2 of those brutes came in here and pilfered the silverware, but they didn't harm us. Sorry,
The silverware?
I'm just imagining them having like starter forks and mains forks. And they're like, woman, show me to your silverware.
As I remember, at least for a long part of the Viking Age, they kind of have sporks.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just not sure they would refer to them as silverwares.
No.
It's like a...
I am sorry. I should have been here to protect you.
You wouldn't have to if I were a stronger man.
He has no self-confidence, that man.
No.
And he's my big brother.
Don't trouble yourself. Tell me, what happened outside? Is everybody safe?
We beat the raiders and we captured your leader.
I'm so proud of you. You truly are your father's son, tying men up with ropes.
Killing them
on
and
their
whatnot.
knees. Yeah, that's where I was going with that. Something is amiss. Why were the beacons not lit in warning? And the timing is so very convenient for our enemies. Perhaps we should talk to the giant. Now that he is at our mercy, he led them here. He must be able to tell us why. See what you can find out. I have Rurik here to help me clean up the mess. Wow!
I think his testicles have been removed.
Yeah!
Summer, where are my testicles? So we should interrogate him now. The plot thickens. See what we've picked up.
Booty!
Torches. Lots of torches. Apparently this doesn't fit into anything. Only armor, only talisman, craftable combat items, quest items.
So it's just like stuff.
Yeah.
Flotsam and jetsam.
It's nice to have stuff.
I do love stuff. And things.
Special things.
Oh yeah.
And junk.
And junk. Can't get enough of
Never
the...
forget junk.
Never forget junk. In the trunk.
Oh, I love loading tips. You never read them. But they're there. So we need to go here, okay. Of course there's a trusty map mark as well. Already looted this. Ooh, we can talk to this guy. So you beat Aslafir, did you? That's impressive. I must admit I thought he'd win. Oh, but I'm just glad to see you're both alive and well. And yeah, I stole the alliance, so what? Is everything well with you and the smithy?
No, yeah, you're doing such a great job, and I want to eat this dry stomach.
Depending on what you need me to do, yes. I have everything I need to make carving knives.
Curving knives?
Maybe he likes curved knives, I don't know. Repair bristles or fix slave collars. If you need weapons or armor, you'll have to find a better equipped smith. Old Hannah in Reba has a fine smithy. He should be able to handle any quest you might have. So, I like the writing in here, but I feel it could be more consistent. Like one thing is to like do the modern language because that connects more with people. But why wouldn't you call them thralls all the time? That's the word.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, could you make weapon or armor if I get you the equipment you need? I could. It's not my skill that holds me back. It's the tools.
A bad workman blames his tools.
And no, this is a this is a question every day we ask
like
each other.
literally right. Like.
So how about this weather, huh?
Like the first Danish I learnt was like, hey, this is my name and this is where I come from, can we please speak English? And then it was, how's the weather? It's important.
The frost has lasted very long this year. This time last year, the snowdrops had already started sprouting. At least the fort keeps me warm, so my work isn't impaired much.
He speaks a bit too much to be fully Danish though. Usually it's just like, it's okay. It's cold and wet. Maybe we'll get one day of summer this year.
That's a lot, though.
It's a
lot to ask for. Gunnar the Peaceful. Someone has tied Gunnar to a pole in the midst of an animal pen. He must have been standing in the mud for at least 3 hours, yet he stands straight and looks you in your eyes when you approach him. Had a nice night?
That's rude! I've had less charming bedmates. Ha ha! We didn't have a chance to get properly introduced. I am called Gunnar the Peaceful. I am an, here we go, Ulfhildin from Vesterfold in the Nord. I assume you are the Thane of this village? Oh.
I am Ketilbjörn, son of Gandalfir, and I am indeed the Thane here.
Tell me, Ketilbjörn, son of Gandalfir, why am I still alive?
What is Ulfhildin?
We are the chosen warriors of Odin. We go into battle with no coat of armor. Instead, we wear wolf pelts and become mad as beasts.
You are honored to be under Odin's protection.
Guided by the wrath of the Allfather, I have slain many men. Neither fire nor iron has any effect on me. It's a powerful pact. I would like to test that.
Let's tell me why you attacked my village. I will run you through where you stand.
You would execute an unarmed prisoner?
Only if you force my hand.
That weakens the threat somewhat, don't you think? Fine, I'll answer your question. Good. Your defenses are weak. No palisades, the barest excuse for earthworks. You are a tempting target. Oh, when they said silverware, did they mean jewelry? I'm very confused now.
Yeah. I should go over the writing, I think.
Yeah, consistency, clarity. I do like the writing, like, it was like a bit over the top for him, but it was kind of one.
How is the beacon worded? I think that's the first thing we want.
Yeah.
How is it?
Perhaps the watchmen were doing a shit job of keeping watch. In their defense, we were being very quiet.
You want me to believe you sailed down from Kalpang to steal my mother's jewelry/silverware?
Your village lies along a major trade route. I assumed you would be wealthy. Sucks to be you.
What is your relationship to the Thane Skull Cleaver?
Never heard of the man. Is he some big deal down here? As you know, not exactly from these parts.
Let's see if we can use that skill here.
No.
You explain your theory on how and why Gunnar's group came to set their sights on the village, but as you listen to their own words, you realize how weak it all sounds. Gunnar seems completely unimpressed as well, snorting the rise of me at several points throughout. In the end, you're left feeling somewhat deflated, and your prisoner fixes you with a blank stare.
You speak not a single word of sense. Ha! I simply came to hear about your village from a traveling merchant in Kalpang. That's all.
Guess we'll take this language.
This. You swear it? What is such an oath worth to me? Well, all right. I accept your offer. I met Schooler Skullcleaver on Urknia, and he swore your village was a worthwhile target, wealthier than the painted ones and far less fierce. He was either lying or mistaken.
What is Orkney?
You've heard stories of the islands to the west across the sea. Orkney are the northernmost of these islands. Many Northmen have come to take land from the tribes that live there.
Orkney?
Orkney, yeah.
Yeah.
Orkney, yeah.
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 Yeah. There are stories of a great kingdom to the south, with great concentrations of wealth and little in the way of defenses. We never made it that far south. Perhaps I will return to those islands and explore further in the future.
Who are the painted ones, which I feel we haven't heard about before?
They are the tribes who live in the north, on the isles across the sea. They're called the Picts. Their weapons are poor, and their homes are primitive by our standards, but they fight fiercely and they live in harsh conditions.
That's nice.
All in all, they're not a worthwhile target for raids, but their lands are fertile, and so far we've been able to keep them in check.
You better be telling the truth. I'll be back when I've decided what to do next.
You are such a bipolar, selector of options. You're like, oh, let's be really nice. I'm going to figure out what to do with you later. Don't forget your oath, Thane Kettlebjorn. I'll be awaiting my release. Ha ha!
It is kind of annoying that we couldn't just choose to kill him there. We had to promise him to free him.
Yeah. The plot thickens updated. Act 2.
I should have seen the connection, says you.
Yeah. Thane Schooler mentioned his ties to Kalpang at the feast. And here's a group of Northmen attacking us out of the blue. What does he stand to gain from this?
He must intend to weaken us ahead of the next all thing.
Do you believe he's really been to the isles across the sea? And Gunnar as well? Could be. He said they crossed far to the north and found only tribes. But if the stories of larger kingdoms to the south are true, Perhaps that's where Gamingarchaeo went.
None of that matters. Let us keep our thoughts on the fact that Skuna indirectly attacked our clan.
We should take this to Esther there and hear what she thinks. Right, yeah. She knows school a lot better than we do.
Let's back to the longhouse then. Running, going. Astrid Ingvarsdottir. Let's talk to my mom.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Did the man talk? What did you find out?
Skula's skull cleaver is behind this. He's been working against us for months.
Skula is the cause? Then it's worse than I thought. How? The Northmen have started settling in the isles across the seas. Skula met the raiders there and convinced them they were easy pickings. And we were! This raid was our own fault. Our defenses are inadequate. We'll deal with that later. If Skula is acting against us, do you know what that means? Nope.
I think he'll try to get control of our clan from Sigurdur Herring at the next Orthing.
That must be his ultimate plan, yes. This gives him 3 years to weaken us further in the eyes of the king, and nobody will help us against him. He holds great favor with the king, so we can expect no political protection. Further, Yelling is a large territory with many fine warriors, so we can't possibly face him in battle. Third, he all but controls trade with Kaupang, a route so profitable as to rival the trade from Saxony through Riva. We have 3 years until the next All-Thing. There must be something we can do.
No trade routes. We need to build our own trade routes. Skula has Kaupang. We'll get the isles across the sea.
Dark looks are exchanged, heavy with doubts and worry, but nobody appears to come up with a compelling alternative. Finally, your mother sighs. I see no other option. Are you the first act? Your first act as Thane will be to leave your clan? Just like your father? Do you have anything to contribute other than more complaints about Gamingarchaeo? Do you have any rebuttal to offer better than nah-uh? I know you're sworn to serve Kettlebjorn, but if you're so afraid to leave, I'm sure you can convince your Thane to let you stay. I'll follow if so ordered. In fact, I'll be glad to go. However, our duties lie here, with the clan. There won't be a clan much longer if we don't do something to counter Skula. I think about the glory we might find across the sea, the treasure, the battles.
We're not going for the glory. We're going to save the clan.
I may not agree with your decision, but I respect your reasoning. I'm with you. Then we must begin to make the preparations immediately. We have 2 months until the spring. You'll need a new ship, and a real herd to crew it. Your house cows won't be enough. We need cargo to trade. If trade is what we're planning.
We should ask Thorfinn if he's up to the task of building a longship.
If I know Thorfinn at all, he's been dreaming of such a task for a long time.
There are a few fighting men left in the clan, and we must leave some to protect the village.
Maybe we should consider asking Gunnar to join us. Are you mad? That is mad, but it might not be a bad idea. You saw him fight. We want a man like that on our side. But can we trust him? He's a brute, but if he'll swear fealty, he'll be our brute. Considering his present situation, I'm pretty sure he can be won over.
We'll give him a chance, but we need more crew than him.
You'll need at least a crew of 10 for a longship. If you take my advice on this, go to the market in Riba and make your plans public. Many have heard the stories of that bountiful coast. You should find no shortage of volunteers.
We should bring trade goods. But what little wealth father left us was spent on the feast.
I have an idea for that. I'm sure what you're going to suggest. Remember Idis told us about the ancient grave on Fun, where they say a king and queen were buried with all their wealth? I knew it. If that's true, we could sell the loot and fill the whole ship with cargo. If that story were true, the grave would have been robbed generations ago. Let's at least talk to Idis about it and ask what she thinks.
It's worth looking into.
It does sound whimsical, but Idis is wise and well-grounded. Talking to her wouldn't hurt.
Good.
Good!
We've got a plan.
Good! Then begin the preparations, my son. I'll start pulling some strings so we can learn more about Schoolers' activities and plans. I'll hate to see you leave, but I know you'll do your father proud. Your brother and I will watch over the clan in your absence.
And like our character must leave, so now must we, because we have reached the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, consider the like button and subscribing. Hope to see you next time, and until then, have a good day.
Or night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.